You guys want to go on a tour? It's time for the summer farm tour. Time to get started with the farm tour. So I'm going to start by showing you these cute little bunnies over here. Now, these guys here were thinking that one of our males got one of the wild girls pregnant. So we have, I think there's about 8 of these. They're hanging around the bush and they're very tame. They'll still run away, of course, but cute little bunnies. This one's kind of your standard wild color. I think there's 2 black ones and a beige one. Hey, little one. Hi, little one. What are you looking for? Oh, and then chipmunks, of course. So this area here, I don't know if I showed before. I think I showed a little bit of it. Tara decided to build in with some used lumber that we had. This stuff packed up over here. This barbecue area. So we've got a barbecue in here, and we've got a flat top grill that we bought, a propane grill. So for people having different events like barbecues, for birthday parties and reunions and such. So over this area here we have our turkey, Fernando. He's still hanging around up front here. Rooster Americana, Colombian Rock hen, and of course a guinea. Okay. So this area here we've now since opened up to allow the animals to go into the front area. So you can see over in the bush here, oh, there's a kid just jumped out of frame. Well, we'll get to them in a bit. So you can see there's an opening right here. We blocked this area off so the chickens can jump in, and then there's another hole here that the animals can go in, the larger animals, the goats and sheep. Oh, here we go, here we go. The kids, those are the young ones, the babies. They got the whole front area to run, play, and there they go. So because we had the smaller ones, we had to add an extra wire. Tara went and added an extra wire on the bottom to ensure that they stayed in. We had to kind of jerry-rig this thing here to pull it down a little bit because the pigs were wandering out underneath. Oh, there goes the kids again. Well, they're having a blast. They're gone. And are they going to come out? No, I think I hear them calling for their mom. Okay, well, let's go over into the animal area. So this is the entranceway to the 10-acre woods. Welcome. So this front area here, I'll hook this. Now this was, it was a full run through here at one point. So Tara went and built a fence over there after she had built this, my little contractor. And we have the boys in here. So this boy is not allowed in with the girls because this is Carl. He was up front. Hey, Carl. And if you guys have been watching, you know all about Carl. He's a silly boy. And Carl's little one. So this is Sweetie's boy. So Sweetie only had one, and he grew quite large very fast. So he's in with the boys because he's starting to annoy the girls. Oh, now Sweetie's mom, actually we found a home for Sweetie's mom. So she's no longer with us, but her little boy is. So Sweetie's at a nice farm in the area. And this one here, very friendly, weathered goat. This is Barack. No, not the President of the United States, I don't think, but, or the former president, I guess. Hey, buddy. So he's with us with 2 Babydoll sheep for about 10 months while the owners relocate to another area. So he's fitting in very well here. Okay, so into the small pen. We have, now, you're not supposed to come in here, buddy. So we have the larger birds in here. We've had to lock them up and keep them contained in here because they were starting to pick on the little chicks and ducklings. So all the ducklings are over there. I think there's about 30 of them. So Tara came up with an idea to do duckling playdate, which seems to be a big hit along with the goat yoga. So it's just having some water and a little pool, a little wading pool for kids and adults, I guess, to play in. Not that one there, but it's a larger clean water area. So they're all just hanging out. We've got, I believe these ones here are Rowans. This one here looks like a Muscovy, and of course that one looks like a Muscovy. So Rowan, Muscovy mainly, and then one little chick sleeping. All right, moving right along. And that's what you want in here. You want to come in to eat the willow, their favorite. So we don't debud, and this is a good reason, because you can just grab a hold here like this, and you can walk, you can open the gate. Oh, and watch out for the, look, the gosling. And out you go, buddy. Out you go. Okay, so into the main compound. You want to get in anywhere you can, don't you? Okay, and here's the kids. Hey, kids. Okay, so these are the youngest, and actually, I think they have names. I just can't think of them right now. So we have Carly. We have Lenora, the baby bottled one. We have mocha or chocolate. It's some kind of chocolate. Penelope and Petunia. Yeah, I think I'm pretty close, but I don't think I'm bang on. This is Velvet. And of course, little Lucy. Now, little Lucy, if you've been following, unofficially the world's smallest goat. We have to get her remeasured. The measurement is from the top of the wither here at 30 centimeters to classify as the smallest. I believe she's 28 centimeters to the top, and she is just over 3 years old. Sarge, what are you doing back there? Oh boy. Got yourself in a mess and can't get your way out of it. Okay, now we have a crested pecan. I've been calling them tufted pecans. I've been corrected online. I think you can call them either way, tufted or crested. So here's another one here. The one I just showed you and this one are both males. They came to us because the former owner had too many males. So she needed to get rid of a couple males. The girls were getting beat up. We have a Muscovy, a young Muscovy here. We have a Chinese goose here. And we have 2 pecans here. And 2 Danish geese here. And Tara's waterfall or sprinkler. So, this water was getting a little low and it was getting a little green. So we thought it's fairly shallow. This area here is probably only, I'd say 3 feet deep there. So it can warm up pretty quickly and develop some green. You can kind of slightly see some green on there. It's gotten better. I've added some it's a product that breaks down enzyme, or it's an enzyme that breaks down nitrates in the water. So it seems to be working. It's just we haven't gotten a lot of rain. So of course here's our hose going all the way over. All right, moving along. Sarge is still over there trying to get somewhere. and the kids just went up front. So let's go take a look up in the front section here. But before we do that, we will take a look at Prince. Prince has got his feathers up. Get out of the sun here. Hey, Prince. Prince. Wah! Oh, good boy. Right on cue. Gotcha. He doesn't always do that. Usually a loud noise of some sort will get him all geared up. But he's obviously excited. Hey, Prince. But his girls don't seem, like always, they just don't seem too excited. He's pecking away at the dirt. Poor boy. Girl's not paying attention to you. Oh well. That happens. Right, Drake? So here's Drake, the Muscovy boy. Drake, hi. Drake, where's your girls? Where's your girls, Drake? Drake, Drake, where are your girls? No. No, you don't care. Okay. All right. Well, they're probably up front. Cayuga duck. And a Cayuga cross and a, well, that's the pekin, the crested tufted pekin. So this one's actually Kai. So this is the boy, the original boy that we had. Now in here, something very interesting. This girl here has been sitting here, and as far as I know, she does not have any eggs under her. Very broody. I want to take a look. I want to take a look. What do you have? No, nothing. Okay, well, you need some eggs. Okay, well, you do what you want to do. I'm just suggesting you have some eggs. A rooster bantam. Ooh. Are you a monkey? Prince the monkey. Oh, here's one of the nannies. So this was the original, one of Drake's original girls. Her sister, oh, goats coming in. Her sister actually got gotten by a crow this spring. So we had put her in here just as a safety precaution. Drake and Prince do not get along, and Drake and Fernando don't get along. Our female rabbits. There was a female rabbit. And here's one here. And there's one up there. And there is, you can see they're really digging that up in there. So this was the original building. It's built, it's called a mud sill. So it's railway ties. So it's railway ties square, 100 square feet. And then there's framing built on it. And we built it up. And then after that we figured, well, we need two of them. So we built another one. And these were the pens we were using in here for them to have their young. But we got away from that, and we're not breeding rabbits because we've realized there are a lot of rabbits out there that need homes. We don't have to be adding to that population. So then, because of our cold winters, we thought, well, let's just build it in and put this little door on the front here and frame it out. So that seemed to work really good. Now initially this here, we haven't used this in years, but because we have or had goats and sheep and chickens all in the same area, what we did is there was a side on here, and there was a simple flower, like a rectangular flower planter in here. And accessible from this side, the goats couldn't stick their nose in there. But of course the ducks and chicken could, so it was just small enough. So they would stick their heads in, the food would be in that container, in that trough, and everything worked out great. We'd come along once in a while and see one of the goats with their tongue licking little bits in there. That's as far as they get. So you don't want to give goats too much material, or any really, of that chicken feed, because it just expands in their stomach and can cause serious health concerns. Oh, the Julianas. Hey girls, did I scare you? Okay, so this area up here, and let's walk over here. Now we had, if you've been watching in the past, we had horses. So we no longer have horses. The horses were up here. They just weren't getting utilized here. And horses need to have a job. Very important to them. They need to feel that they're accomplishing something. Now, Barack up front, that goat that we have, came with these two sheep. And these two are called Babydoll sheep. Now they're kind of stocky, stunt, and their wool is a little bit different from the standard sheep that we have. There's Lambert there. This here is Turbo, and Tinker is right there. So these sheep here are used for knitting. So when you shear them, that's the knitting type of wool. Now the Babydoll, they have a stuffing type of wool. So something that's used in pillows and blankets and that kind of thing, is what my understanding is. So they've got this whole area here. It was starting to get a little overgrown because Carl was the only one up here. So we opened this up, gave them access, and put the boys in another area, and they should be able to make quick work of this. Again, this is the trench that goes from the front ditch to the pond. There's actually a hose in here we were using for irrigation. We just kind of left it in there in case we need some irrigation up front. We attempted to grow some trees along our front property line, but it just it didn't work. It was a failed experiment. But if you don't try, if you don't fail, you don't learn, right? So this is the front highway here. And so the wires, so we've got the top wire here, wire here, and wire down here. So Tara had added this bottom wire because, of course, that gap there, the pigs and the kid goats could go through relatively easy. So we wanted to make sure that they were safe and they were locked in, and everything is good. All right, so let's go out to the back area. Actually, let's go inside the building. We'll take you in there and show you around in that area. You guys getting all filled up? So these guys here, can anybody recognize what these are? These are guineas. Actually, I think I might have shown you guys these last week. Anyway, so we have 3 of them to replace the 3 that we think may have gotten by the fox that's been in the area. So that's pretty exciting. Not that we lost 3, but we're gaining 3 anyway. We're breaking even. Over here is Willow. Willow, how are you doing, girl? Chinchilla and Francisco. Where did you go, buddy? Oh, gee, he's up there. Francisco, what are you doing up there? Hey, bud? Okay, so these are our chinchillas. So they have had a couple litters. And what do you got? Oh, come on, again? Oh, man. We haven't checked on them in a few days. Okay, so these are baby number 1 and baby number 2. She usually has a white one and a gray one. So I'll have to check the sexes of them. Man, you guys. I'm gonna have to separate you, but apparently once if you separate a bonded pair of chinchillas, they can go into a depression. Hey? What is it with you? You have to have babies, don't you? Okay, I thought I saw a nose in there. All right, brought to you here first on the video. Spring tour, summer tour. Ooh, summer tour 2017. Okay, so once I get this locked, moving over to the incubator. I think the incubator is going to be pretty much done. Tara's got, she's not working on the chicken egg so much. She's working on the larger ones, the goose. And I can see in here there's some guinea eggs, trying to replace those guineas. But yeah, it's, we're not putting them out. We're not putting out quantity because we're trying to get those more rarer birds. Okay, a couple rabbits. So this is Chocolate Charlie, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Very friendly rabbit. So these rabbits, they come in as unwanted pets. You know, they're cute as little bunnies, but of course they don't. Oh, geez, there's some water in there still. They're not always loved for the rest of their life. So they'll come here. They're getting used to inside here, then they're going to go out into the pens once we figure they're good and healthy, and they'll live their life out here unless they get adopted by somebody who's looking for a slightly used rabbit. Hey guys, oh, you were thirsty too. Actually, let's not go outside yet. Let us go into the barn. Okay, so this barn we built a few years back. And we've got our pigeons in here that, again, are just never-ending breeding. Oh, they're just eggs in there. Some eggs, lots of little ones. And here is one of the, oh, you have some eggs. Wow, let's hope that you're going to sit on those eggs and not just leave them like you did the last batch. Okay, well, hopefully... Princess sits on the egg. Actually, that doesn't look like Princess. That looks like the unnamed female. Oh, right. Izzy. She has been sitting in the corner for some time. So, and it's got to be 3 weeks now. So whatever she's sitting on, they got to be hatching soon. So we will have to get an update on that. Some of the girls are in. You girls have a hard day. Now next week, what I'm planning on doing, there's been quite a few of you asking about chickens and how to care for them. And so I figured I'd go over, you know, these areas in here, sizes, what size you should be looking at, just general care of chickens, and maybe how to clip their flight feathers. So these areas here are empty because it's so nice outside. Everybody's outside. Oh, right. We had pigs in here last week. Now, I showed you that. We had 5 pot-bellied pigs in here, and we had a couple American minis in here. As it turned out, the American minis had some kind of flea, and they were in the building here, and we watched the other ones, and the other ones started developing fleas. So we were going to put them outside with everybody else, and we noticed this and said, let's take a closer look at this. We did, and so what the situation there was, the person who owned them wanted to sell the potbellies, wanted to keep the American minis for pets, but wanted us to train them to be people-friendly. But as soon as we saw that, we contacted them and said, no, we can't do this. You're going to have to take them back. You're going to have to take them in and get them checked out to make sure that they are clear. And then once they're clear, we can look at taking them back at that point. But you really have to watch your animals and you know, find out if they have anything. You want to make sure you do have a quarantine area you can put them, which we have a couple different quarantine areas. So very important, if you spread something across your flock or your herd, it's not good. Something that I had noticed in the past, and I was going to actually film it or take some pictures. I walked out this barn door, that barn door, and a barn swallow took off. So then I looked, ooh, no, there, okay, there's that. So the nest is up here. So I don't know if anything's in here or not. Ugh. Ooh, that doesn't sound, let's try that. All right, what do we got? Oh. Okay. Ooh, there's some little marbles in there. Okay. So, little eggs. So we will have to give you an update on that. That's kind of cool. I have to get a smaller camera that I'm not, I can't stick that up there to have a look. Okay, moving along. Pigs. Pigs. That is Monkey. No, sorry, that's Chunky. Monkey is the black one. Where is she? Hey? Now, she is a Juliana painted pig, which is one of the smallest pigs that you'll find. They get up to, they're probably, the weight-wise, they probably average in around the 70 to 80 pound mark. But they can get larger, so you want to make sure that you keep them on a nice ration and you let them forage for their own food. And keep them nice and slim. Hey, girl? Yeah. So, these ones over here, this is Petey, this is Piper. And they came in, they're very overweight. You can see the wrinkles in the face. Very wrinkly. Now, they have lost quite a bit of weight since they've been here, and they've been out back. Petey here is still not quite hands-on. So, you know, if you've got food, you can get pretty close. But Piper over here, if you walk slowly up to her, you can pet her. So they're coming around slowly. Just patience, right, guys? I think I covered everything today. If there's any questions that you have about any of the animals, let me know. Next week, as I mentioned, I'm going to go over chickens, and we'll talk about the coop size, maybe a little history on how we got started, show you the old chicken coop building. I know there's a lot of people out there that are wanting to, you know, start a little hobby farm and start living off the land. That's great. I encourage it. And if there's any way that we can help you out, just let us know and ask us the questions. That's about it. So anyway, until next week, I thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And we will see you next weekend. Wow, is that ever bright. Take care. Bye-bye.